Alright, so this is something that happens every now and again where I spend quite a long time making a pack to go for a specific combo, and then I get the turn 1 tier 2 in the first game. So obviously here we're going to abandon our plans and we're just going to try and get this turn 1 salamander a victory. Luckily the pack was full of cell pets. I suppose of course you're not taking salamander in a pack if you don't have any cell pets. And most of the time I'm going to have quoll, chipmunk, frog, all the usual suspects. And actually we win turn 2, so that is perfect. We get our heart back. And now we can start trying to build a team that is going to take the salamander all the way to the end. So bass counts as a cell pet, and that keeps us getting +4/4 at start of battle. The salamander is such a strange unit because it's one of those units that hardly anyone uses, but it is incredibly strong. And yeah, I can't really explain why people don't take it. If you think of some of the other things that you could pair with it as well, there's so many ways to make it even stronger than it already is. Like here we get our stats reduced by the double goose, and it still doesn't make any difference. Maybe we're actually going to lose here? Yeah, okay, so we do lose in that battle, probably because all our other units are rubbish. But we'll get the level 2 salamander now. And crow is also a cell pet, so we can take both of them. Probably just sell the quoll at this point. Or maybe sell the bass? Okay. Probably shouldn't have done that. Probably should have just sold the quoll instead. Because we could have kept the bass and used it on a tier 4, which is probably the best unit to take with salamander. And okay, pretty weak looking team here, so the salamander is just going to sweep. Obviously you do get to a point where you kind of feel like you need to sell your cell pets and replace them with other things, in which case the salamander, it doesn't have the same long-term potential, but we definitely don't have to do that because we can keep all the cell pets and either use seaweed. I don't know if it was in the pack there, I didn't notice. Or we can use platypus. And platypus is very good. I mean, it's always been a cell pet, but the fact that it works in battle now as well, it has done for quite some time, means that it's pretty easy to keep enabling the salamander all the way through the game. So we get the platy here, and then sell the stoat. Maybe I sold the stoat here in case we got lobster, but we actually get Bonobo. So Bonobo, crazy unit, one of the best tier 4s, and it's pretty much an auto take in most packs. I guess these days, since Bonobo and crow are both considered super pets, I don't take them both together as often as that, but sometimes you just don't need any of the other super pets, so we can get away with it. But because I'm on 4 hearts here, I'm absolutely fine throwing in order to create an army of platypuses, which is exactly what we're going to do here. Put the platypus at the front. We lose out on 1 summon, but it doesn't really matter because next turn we're going to have instant level 2s or 3s, whatever we want to do. I'm not sure there are any other cell pets that would be worthwhile here for the salamander. To be honest, you don't really need too many of them. If you have 2 level 3 platypuses, that's probably going to be enough. And then you can just fill up the squad with plenty of other useful pets. So we'll do the exact same thing again. We'll bring in double Bonobo, transform them into platypus. Probably should have frozen the bad dog there, but maybe I just don't want to knock out my my summoning units. Easy win against Ochi on turn 8. Not sure what he was setting up for there. Oh yeah, okay, so zebra is another one that would count as a cell pet. So you could have zebra with catfish. Catfish was not in this pack. Or maybe you could just use it with waffle. But I think I was determined here just to play as many platypuses as I possibly could fit in. We are going to lose one at start of battle here. But actually they end up knocking out the Kappa without losing anything on their side. So we get the 14-16 summon and they don't. with the summons from level 3 Platy, it's going to be another very simple victory. But we do actually have quite a long way to go here with our tier 2 anchor pet. I think, am I going to take another Bonobo? Yeah, I guess we're just going to keep on going, farming the levels in the Platypus. Could well be that this was another pack where I don't have many good stat foods. At least I haven't noticed any in the shop. It's quite often that there won't be anything until tier 6. But I think we should be fine here as well. Yep. The Pegasus ends up getting knocked out by the Crisp. And I mean, look at the number of Bonobos and Platypuses we've got at this stage. It's just absolutely nonsensical. I think I probably did the combination wrong there. Maybe did I lose out on some stats? I don't know. The shop is just providing so many Bonobos and Platypuses, it doesn't really matter. Think of the sell value here though as well. That's the it's usually you're selling the Platypus in order to recover the gold. Okay, here we are going to end up losing to a very heavily scaled Goats team. But look again, 3 slots frozen there, 2 slots frozen rather, and we still got another Platypus in the shop. So, I mean, the shop RNG here was definitely understanding the assignment. So, okay, what we're going to do. Look at that. 3 slots frozen and I roll another Platypus and another Bonobo. So I think here I actually changed my mind. Yeah. We don't need to spend a turn on getting the Bonobo activation. We should just take Mongoose now, make sure that we get a toy going, since we don't really have any other in-battle abilities. Actually opposing Platypus with 50 attack. Are we going to beat this team though? Yeah, maybe if they hadn't swapped their health over, we could have been in trouble. But yeah, we still win. Pretty wild. And now I think here, yeah, I don't really remember that the toys have changed for Mongoose. So yeah, I buy the hot dog. And actually that means that Mongoose now has highest attack. Or Mongoose and that... the other Platypus instead of the Salamander, because the toy goes off before the Salamander's ability, so we actually don't get the coconut at the front. I think it's going to go, yeah, it goes to the Platypus instead. And I actually didn't realise that the peanut toy targeting had changed as well. Since the update, I haven't really been taking Mongoose as much. Actually, kind of unfortunate there. But now that we get to level 2, we can make sure that both of those units have coconut. And okay, yeah, will we move him to the front? Maybe not. I guess we can just buff up the Salamander to the point where it has the highest attack. Okay, so now the Salamander has a pretty solid chance of getting the coconut, since there are 3 units with 13 attack. Yep, it gets it and one-shots the Weasel. Another team with very lopsided stats there. Might as well just buy the present to keep on activating the toy, because we could sell the Mongoose if we wanted to. Yeah, I should have just bought it there. There's no reason not to, because we don't have any toy break synergy. And take the Blueberry just in case. The Blueberry there actually guaranteed that the Geometric Tortoise hit the Mongoose, so that worked out perfectly. Palm Tree again, definitely feed the Salamander to make sure it has the highest attack. Actually works out perfectly that these 2 units at the front are going to have 18 and 17 attack respectively. We just hang on with 1 HP there. And then the coconut helps us get the knockout. But are we going to be able to win here? Yes. Yes, we are. Only by 2 HP, but that's good enough for the turn 1 tier 2 Salamander with triple Platypus. And yeah, some really ridiculous shop luck in that one.